let's talk about how I get this glowy makeup. So I already prep and primed my skin, and if you want to see how I did that, you can go watch the video posted right before this. I'm going to go in with my little NARS Pot Concealer to cover up my acne, and this is in the shade Light 2.4. And I just use like a little brush and dab it on, and don't like blend it out. I just kind of like cover it and leave it. So the spots look like that. So while that sets in and dries down for a minute, I'm going to go in with my Huda Beauty color corrector in the shade Cherry Blossom. I like doing this one under my eyes because it cancels out my dark circles. And then I'll just blend that out with my finger. Now that those have set in for a minute, I'm going to go in with Skin Tint. And I love mixing the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter and the Hourglass Veil Skin Tint. These two are so pretty together. This one is in the shade 4.5 Medium. And this one is in the shade 12. They're a little too dark for my face, but when it blends in, it matches my hands and neck because I don't self-tan my face. So in order to match, I have to go a little bit darker. To blend it out, I just use this big fluffy brush by Tarte. So I'm going to do a tiny drop of the House Labs Skin Tech Foundation. And this is in the shade 270 Light Medium Neutral. And then I'm going to mix in a little drop of the Huda Beauty Easy Blur. This is in the shade Macchiato, and I'm just going to do like the tiniest little drop of each. So that's how much I applied. And then I'm just going to use this little versed brush to blend it out. I'm going to go in with my concealer. This is the Hourglass Concealer in the shade Sepia. And I apply this under my eyes, on my forehead, and on my chin. And I blend this out with the Makeup Memorial F4 brush. This brush is so good. It's got to be like my top 3 makeup brushes. Now it's time for liquid bronzer, and I love to be bronzed. So I'm going to mix the Say Liquid Bronzer in the shade Swim with a drop of the Makeup Memorial Soft Sculpt in the shade Medium Dark. So that's where I put the Say bronzer, and then I'm just going to use like the little pump part of the Makeup by Mario. Just put a little dot on my cheeks. I used to use like this, but I'm running low, so I found it easier to just use the pump. To blend that out, I just used the dense side of this Patrick Tall brush. Okay, for cream blush, I love mixing these two shades by Rhode. This one's in Sleepy Girl and this one's in Piggy. And I don't know why, it's just these two together are so pretty. So I'm just using the other end of the Makeup by Mario F4 brush. Now that I'm all done with my cream and liquid products, I'm going to set my face with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Now I can go in with powder. So my all-time favorite powder is the Huda Beauty Loose Setting Powder in the shade Cherry Blossom Cake. It's just so good. And ignore my little powder puff, I need a new one. So I'm gonna find like a clean spot on it. And I just go in and then dab it off, and then go under the eyes for like the smoothest application. That's what I do. I also do like to apply a little bit on my chin and on my forehead. Now for powder bronzer, I'm going to go in with the Hum Van Gogh powder bronzer. This is in the shade Hard Working. And with that same Patrick Tall brush, I'm going to go in with the fluffy side and just put it where I put the cream bronzer. For powder blush, I love this one by Patrick Tall. It's the Duo, and I've already used all of the cream, of course. It's the Duo blush, and it's in the shade She's Blushing. And this is so good. I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario F2 brush, the big fluffy side, and pack that on where we put the cream blush. With the other end of the same brush, I'm going to go in with highlighter. This is the Benefit Cookie Highlighter. This highlight is amazing. Then with the other end, I like to just like blend it in with the blush a little bit more. That way it's seamless. Then with a small brush, I'm going to go in with the same highlighter on my nose and in the inner corners of my eyes. This brush is the Makeup by Mario EF2 brush. So that's it for the base. So now I'm going to spray with the same setting spray again. I just love how dewy and glowy it turns out. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you guys so much.